Hi, I want to welcome you to the most important part of the entire system, which is checking for comprehension and setting up quizzes and assessment tools. And so I want to highlight and review a little bit what we covered last time. It's pretty straightforward. Last time we covered that teach is the main button we go to. We've learned how to label a class, which is straightforward. We hit create new class, put titles in and label it, hit save, and then it creates the title of the class right here, which is hyperlinked. We then click on the hyperlink. It opens up a new navigation toolbar right here on the second bar, and here we logically follow along what we need to do, which is setting up lessons and loading up resources, and as mentioned before, the assessment tools, which are the quizzing features for comprehension. So we have set up lessons in the previous tutorial, and here we pretty much hit create lessons, label the lesson, and I'll show you what it looks like inside. We've learned how to embed a video, which is pretty much cut and paste into the editor. And now we're going to see two things. One, resources. Pretty much you could load PowerPoints or even videos, or add a resource. So if we had documents, we could load them up here. We have video files, images, pretty straightforward. I don't need to go into all the details there. It's pretty much an upload of any sort of file. Now the quizzing is very important and very comprehensive in terms of what you can check for. We'll go ahead and create a quiz, and we will attach it to lesson number 1. This will be very handy because you will have cumulative grading later, which takes out all the headache of having to go back manually and check for scores, and that's really powerful. So we'll go ahead and label this new training quiz lesson 1, and notice how you could have the quiz description, even putting videos in, and all of the tools that come with the editor. So in this case I'll just say training quiz 1, and notice how you can put different questions in there. In this case, let's just do true and false. Pretty straightforward. Is, or I should say, this is a new training course. True or false, or whatever. You could put, not very creative here, but we'll put that. So true. Now notice how something very handy is right here, a URL for videos. Let me show you how that works. So we'll go to YouTube, pardon my typing skills, and let's type in training for social studies. We'll go ahead and we'll take this video right here, and you can, I'll just pause that, pardon me. We'll just go ahead and cut and paste that URL right there, and I'll just drop it right in here. And notice we can actually fast forward to where we want it to be as well. So if we want to have it go 2 minutes into the video for this quiz question, we could put it right in there. And for now, just go ahead and hit save, and it will tell me what I want to do in terms of minimum scoring and so forth and so on. In this case, I will just leave it. It's nice to have all the questions on one page if you have 3 or 4 questions. And I'll just go ahead and hit save. So everything's been set up. Hit our teach button. Go to our new class. Notice how you have all the sequence of lessons, resources, and quizzing right here, but I want to show you the quiz, what it looks like. And here it is. Now when you hit preview quiz, you will see the question, and you will also see not only the question but the video that's embedded right there, which is really nice. So you have dynamic quizzes you could build. You could use that editor however you want. You could put images in and all kinds of things. But that's really great. So let's say We answered this quiz, hit submit, and there it tracks your IP and all of that, but we don't need to get into that right now. I just wanted to show you how to set up a quiz. Now we're in the new class. We want to look at the quizzes, and two key features is the stats. Now if you go on a coffee break or the kids are on recess, you could actually check, well, how are they doing? And it will highlight the stats on this quiz, and it'll tell you, wow, they're getting it right. Now if you had multiple questions, you could check how are they doing on question 1, and it will tell you the real-time stats on that as well. So if they're not comprehending it, you could reteach it, and it pretty much lays it out for you. So within seconds, you could check for adaptive learning and adjust your lessons accordingly. So that was the assessment tool for setting up quizzes. Let's go back here into new class, and I want to show you a couple other things. One is the grade book and how to invite students, and that will be in our next tutorial on how to actually register and invite students. Thank you very much.